Waterfalls. Joy, exuberation, passion, youthful optimism. These were the qualities I exuded when last I visited Asheville. I encountered Asheville in spring of '86, having just reached the quarter-century mark. At 25, I found it easy to be optimistic. I graduated college that spring. Hey, don't judge me. I'd been in no hurry to get on with life, and I paid it as I went, working my way through school and graduating debt-free, and was looking forward to a wonder-filled life with my bride-to-be in the warm and sunny South. Optimistic? I was 100% wagon puppy dog tail. Patricia, my wife-to-be, had fled the Great White North for the second time in her 25 years after I had unintentionally sabotaged her first foray to Dixie when we were fresh-faced teens. It had taken time and forgiveness to bring us to the edge of matrimony, but there we sat, scant weeks from taking the plunge. At 25 years of age, she'd left the bustle of Cigna's Connecticut home office and taken a position in an Atlanta satellite, where the sales team she joined had earned an exciting perk of an excursion to Asheville. The perk had included spouses, and I was grandsoned, as opposed to grandfathered, in as husband-in-waiting. 3 decades allow a lot of water to flow under a lot of bridges. Our 32-year wedded adventure has been blessed far more than it has been cursed. The lows had moved us in a large anti-clockwise ellipse, propelling us north and east to Indiana, skirting Chicago as we settled in eastern Iowa, zooming southeastward to Florida, where I suffered for 2.5 years before moving to Raleigh 5 months back. On our most recent last move, we'd left something very precious in Florida, our younger son, Sean. Sean the Wanderer, Sean the Adventurer, he who appears frequently in my stories, either masked or uncloaked, had joined us in Florida 2 Thanksgiving back and lived under our roof until we had, after much pleading on my part, fled 28.2 degrees north latitude by 82.6 degrees west longitude and settled at the keener tweener of 35.8 degrees north by 78.7 degrees west. 5 months separated, Sean decided a pilgrimage of reunification was in order, and that, as he lacked the powers of the Prophet Muhammad to bring the mountains of North Carolina to the 20 feet above sea level elevation of Trinity, Florida, he would instead come to us in our new Mecca. The anniversary of my 57th circumnavigation around the sun was his proximate cause, and he arrived the day after my birthday for a visit to our new homestead. Sean arrived, co-worker and love interest Lauren in tow, having informed us that during their stay we must travel with Lauren, who had never seen a waterfall, to Asheville, North Carolina, a location where Padawan Sean had visited twice previously. Friday afternoon, my darling wife, goddess, soulmate Patricia picked up Sean and Lauren from RDU Airport and brought them by the Cary Bike Shop where I labor. After a quick hello, she chauffeured them to our latest, freshest, 5th successive new home where they awaited for my arrival from work. I cycled home, was told that we would be dining out, and, after a quick shower that removed the sweat of bike commute from my tired old body, off we went for a late dinner at local employee-owned Lucky 32 Southern Kitchen for a late for me 8 o'clock dinner. Dinner was fine, the company great, and I was in bed late, up early in preparation of my Saturday bike commute and busy work shift. Sean, Lauren, and Patricia spent Saturday soaking up the landmarks of Greater Raleigh until 5:15 when they arrived at the bike shop, where they cooled their heels for another half hour while I TKOB. Tired from work, I napped as Pat dutifully followed Horace Greeley's John Babson Lane's Soul's advice and headed west. 32 years ago, Asheville was the locale where Patricia and I experienced our first whitewater rafting trip, an activity we've since shared with both our younger son Sean and his elder brother Kevin. 32 years ago, Patricia and I went horseback riding together during our stay at Asheville, an activity we repeated that June on our honeymoon. 32 years ago, I had just slipped into the cloak of being 25 years old, a garment Sean will wear early in May. 32 years ago, I had a life plan, boundless energy, and eternal optimism. My life and life plan diverted quickly, but my journey thus far has been worthy of my dewy-eyed youthful optimism. Saturday night was more late-night dining, and we left Sean and Lauren in the hands of age-mate friends who went back to the hotel with the promise of getting an early start the next day. Sunday, the next day, dawned cool and dark. Cool and dark for me, that is. Pat slept until 8, the children until 10, and we met up with my niece Kelsey and her posse of pretties who were coincidentally simultaneously visiting Asheville from various locales around the U.S. of A. After breakfasting, we drove an hour northeast of Asheville to Crabtree Falls and hiked the difficult trail to present Lauren with her first waterfall encounter. The waterfall was lovely, and after basking in her beauty, we continued our hike around the loop, traveling from a difficult downhill section of trail to a strenuous uphill. We numbered 4 hikers. One of us had to be the weakest link, and that title fit squarely upon my stooped shoulders. Compared to 32 years back, my wattage is down, but I can still claim to have hopes in the clouds. And why shouldn't they be? After all, I've got the best assets a man can ask for: a terrific life mate, 2 wonderful children, a daughter-in-law, and young grandson. Has 3 decades sapped me of energy? You bet. But it hasn't taken away my exuberance, my joie de vivre that remains, and today I got to accompany a young lady on her first hike to a waterfall. What isn't there to look forward to? Wish me luck. I know there's a lot of steep hills in my future, but this old dog finds magic hanging with the puppies.